welcome back to H4K Online. I've missed you guys. Where have y'all been? It's a brand new month, February. That means we have a brand new series, and it's called Compassion. Do you know what it means to be compassionate? I bet we're going to learn from the H4K team. They're going to break it all down for us. But before we do that, happy birthday! You know what that means. A new month is birthday time. If you have a birthday in February, come see me. I have a great little cart with all kinds of goodies in it, and I know I have something that you will love. So come see me and let me know it's your birthday. I'm going to pray for you all month, and I hope it's a great, great birthday. See you guys soon. Bye.
Hey guys, have you ever wondered about where you live? You know, like your neighborhood? You may live in a neighborhood that has front lawns and back lawns, and you mow them, and you got a swing set in the back. Or you may live in a building where you live close to everything, and you can walk to everything that you need. Or you may live way out in the country where you go, hello, 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 and there aren't many people around. Well, anyway, all of those things are neighborhoods. And the one thing that all neighborhoods have in common is people or neighbors. And people always have needs. And so we're talking about compassion this month. And compassion is caring enough about someone else to help them with their needs. And so it makes me think about some things. So tell me this. If, say, I were to get sick, who would I need to call? Right, a doctor. That's right. What if I needed to learn something? I needed someone to show me how to do something. I would need a teacher. Very good. I got one. What if my cat gets stuck way up high in a tree? Who would I need to call? Someone's got a big ladder. A fireman could help us with that. You know, all of those people have a purpose, and they've chosen to serve the people in their neighborhoods. Hey, listen, we're about to hear a story about Jesus and about his purpose and why he came to earth, and maybe that purpose is the same for us. I wonder what it is. Hey, let's find out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how he created us and loves us so much that he made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 4, verses 14 through 30.
Even though Jesus was on this earth for 33 years, there's still not much we know about his first 30 years. We do know that he visited Jerusalem for the Passover feast with his parents. He learned carpentry skills from his father, Joseph. And when he was about 30, he went down to the Jordan River and asked his cousin, John, to baptize him in the water.
It is right for us to do this. It carries out God's holy plan.
As Jesus rose from the water, God's voice called out from heaven,
"This is my son, and I love him. I am very pleased with him."
It was an incredible way for Jesus to begin his ministry. After 40 days in the wilderness alone with God, Jesus returned to Galilee, filled with the Spirit of God. Anytime he visited a new town, he went to the place of worship, the synagogue, to teach the people.
You are the light of the world.
Isn't he just the bee's knees?
Everywhere Jesus went, people were amazed and praised his teaching. That is, until he got to Nazareth, the town where he had grown up.
Well, if it isn't Carpenter Boy Jesus!
Hey man, where you been?
We hear you talk real big now.
On the Sabbath day, Jesus went into the synagogue. An attendant handed him a rolled papyrus.
The scroll of Isaiah.
Isaiah was a prophet who lived hundreds of years before Jesus, and God had spoken to Isaiah about a Messiah who had come to rescue God's people, and Isaiah had written down every word.
Watch that papyrus as you unroll it. A bit crackly.
Jesus stood before the crowd of worshipers and unrolled the scroll until he came to the right place.
The Spirit of the Lord is on me. He has anointed me to announce the good news to poor people. He has sent me to announce freedom for prisoners. He has sent me so that the blind will see again. He wants me to set free those who are treated badly. And he has sent me to announce the year when he will set his people free.
There was silence as Jesus rolled up the scroll and sat back down. Everyone stared.
Today, this passage of Scripture is coming true as you listen.
Jesus hadn't just read some dry, dusty, ancient words. Jesus had declared that he was God's Messiah, that he was there to announce good news and bring freedom to the poor, the hurting, and those who had been mistreated.
But he's Joseph's son, isn't he? He can't be the Messiah.
What I'm about to tell you is true. A prophet is not accepted in his hometown.
Words are easy.
He calls himself a prophet? I studied with him on those benches right over there.
Thinks he's something special because he can read a scroll.
All around the synagogue, people rose to their feet, glaring. They turned on Jesus.
You are not welcome here anymore.
That's right.
We don't need you making things up.
The people were so angry they forced Jesus out of the synagogue. He allowed them to herd him straight through the village, all the way to a cliff on the edge of town.
Get rid of him!
Throw him down!
But Jesus simply turned and looked at the people, sorrow in his eyes. The men and women that he'd known and loved growing up wouldn't accept who he was. The crowd couldn't face Jesus. In their anger, they had missed the whole point, that Jesus had come to make things right for those who were hurting and overlooked. Jesus walked right through the crowd, away from the cliff edge. They parted to let him go through. Then he left Nazareth and went on to Capernaum, where he continued to carry out his mission.
What an awesome story. We heard about Jesus' purpose and how he came to tell people about the good news to those people who wanted to hear it, and also to care about those who maybe have been overlooked or have been hurt by other people. Listen, Jesus has fulfilled his purpose by coming and dying on the cross and raising from the dead just so we would be able to know who God is. That's some real compassion. So listen, if I'm going to follow after Jesus, I don't have to follow in his footsteps exactly like he did, but I can think of ways that I'm able to help people in my neighborhood and show them compassion. Maybe someone in my neighborhood needs their yard raked, or they need some work done around their house. You could help them with that. Maybe somebody's lonely. You could stop by and just say, "Hey, how you doing?" and make them feel better. There's all kinds of ways that we can help satisfy or help people with their needs, and we're able to do it even as a kid. So look, this week I want you to take a look around your neighborhood and figure out how you can help someone else by showing them compassion. See you guys.